Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you all the Minecraft 1.20 news from the last week. So if you like my videos like this one, then please make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more Minecraft 1.20 and other Minecraft videos in the future. And so last week we got our very first pre-release for Minecraft 1.19.4, which means it will take a little bit before we get more 1.20 features. We also know that all the main big 1.20 features have now been announced, and so from now on we'll just see some changes to the already existing features in the latest pre-release slash snapshot. What this means is that we'll most likely just see changes towards the sniffer, because of course the sniffer has not been fully implemented yet in survival mode, and we might also see some changes to archaeology or additions there. As they have mentioned, they will add more parts to archaeology in the future. That might be in the 1.20 update or maybe in future updates. And so for today, I wanted to go through some of the tweets by Minecraft developers from the last few weeks that are interesting and related to Minecraft 1.20. So let's head over to Twitter to see what they have been talking about. Starting with this tweet from Sliced Lime, who asked if anyone has made some interesting things using the display and interaction entities added in the 1.9.4 snapshot slash pre-release. And so I'll also leave some links to these tweets in the description down below so you can check these out for yourself. But some of these examples he shows off here, or people show off here, are actually really cool. You can see what kinds of creations people have made using the block display and also the interaction entities, which are new for 1.19.4. And some of these are just, quite crazy, like this example over here, where you can see the stair, and it's just a regular stair, you can't reach the top. But then this happens, they look at the stair, go back, and just do some very weird superliminal stuff, and yeah, that's just insane. There's more here as well. Someone who made a portal. Looks so cool. Look at that. Just walk through the door and you're in an entirely different room. I also really enjoyed this one, the working piano. You can check it out for yourself. Just go to the link in the description down below and check out complete working piano with sound keys that get pressed down. It's really awesome. But there's also stuff like this, mini games being created, dominoes, and this, which, how is this Minecraft? It just doesn't look like Minecraft at all. Insane. Next up we have a tweet here by King Bdogs, which is about the new functionality of jukeboxes, because as of recently you can now put music discs using dispensers into jukeboxes and then use hoppers to take them back out again. However, while the music disc is playing, the jukebox gives off a redstone signal and therefore the hopper beneath it is locked, and so will only take out the music disc once the music disc has finished playing. But King Bdogs here gives a pro tip: you can automatically take a music disc out of a jukebox while it's still playing. You just need to use a hopper minecart instead of a hopper, since they are not locked by a redstone signal. So if you write a hopper minecart below a jukebox that's playing a music disc, you can take it out in the middle of a song and switch to a different music disc if you want to. And so that's actually really cool and should help people building their beautiful jukeboxes, music machines, whatever. Then we have this tweet here by Eric Ohm, who says, with armor trims we changed the smithing table to use more icons and tooltips. What do you think of this? Helpful or spoiling your exploration? Yeah, so within the smithing table you can now see these two icons here. One cycles through the different types of armor and one cycles through the different types of materials you can add to the armor trims. And there's also extra information here, put an ingot or crystal here. And so if you have any feedback on this, I'll leave the link to this tweet in the description down below so you can give Mojang some feedback on this. Personally, I think this is actually quite a nice change, because of course we also had something similar already for the recipe book, where it switches between the different crafting recipes, but now also it makes just using a smithing table more intuitive. You can immediately see what you need to do, what you need to put in different slots, and how to use it. And it's just nice to have a little bit of extra tutorial there when using these new types of features. Then we have a tweet here by Felix. So he asks how people feel about the visuals of brushing the suspicious sand. So specifically the way the item pokes out and how it's timed with the block breaking overlay. And so this is one of the discussion points in some of the latest snapshots, because of course the way you get the items from the suspicious sand looks very different to how we saw it the first time during Minecraft Live, where you saw the different layers of the block being swept away. But now instead of that you see a sort of block breaking animation and the item popping out of the side of the block or the top of the block, depending on where you right click it using the brush. And so personally I think the way it is currently is fine. However, I feel like the item should pop up a bit further from the block, such as it's just barely hanging onto the block and then afterwards it falls out, because now it feels like the item is only halfway out of the block and then suddenly it pops off. It's a bit strange how it works now, but I assume they'll still tweak this a little bit in the future snapshots / pre-releases for 1.20. And let me know what you think in the comments down below about this animation of the item popping out of the suspicious sand. Alright, and then finally I wanted to mention this tweet by Roger Badgerman, who has in the past predicted some of the new features in the Minecraft updates. Correctly predicted, I should say. And so before we got the torch flower and the sniffer in the snapshot a few weeks back, he actually tweeted this image, which showed what the ancient seeds were going to look like. However, of course, we saw the snapshot, we saw the torch flower. This is not what a torch flower looks like, so this might be something that is still coming into the game. It might be a previous iteration of the torch flower. We don't know, but this looks very, very different from the torch flower, so we could see more ancient seeds being added to the sniffer in future snapshots for 1.20. It would also make sense for the sniffer to add multiple seeds and not just a single one. So we might see something similar to this vine flower over here and this completely different looking flower over here as well. But to see if also this prediction by Roger Benjamin is correct, we'll just have to wait until we get some new 1.20 related snapshots or pre-releases in the future. Most likely the pre-releases we get for 1.90.4 will not contain a lot of new features for 1.20, so we'll have to wait until 1.90.4 is out before we get some new 1.20 features again. Then next we also had a second pre-release for Minecraft 1.90.4 released on Monday. This pre-release mainly consists of quite a lot of bug fixes regarding 1.19.4, but there are also a couple of changes to the 1.20 features. Specifically, some updated textures for some cherry related blocks and also a slightly changed decorated pot model. So let's go through this quickly. So the pink petal texture was changed, so that is this block right here. It has just been tweaked slightly, such as these flowers look slightly different, especially the big flowers look a little different, but nothing major there. And so the three cherry items that have a slightly updated texture are the cherry door, which now looks like this. Also, the cherry sapling has been slightly updated to look like this now. This is what the cherry sapling now looks like. And finally, there's also the cherry boat with chest, which now looks something like this. These are just very, very minor changes, and so you probably might not even notice the difference. Where you might notice the difference is with the updated decorated pot model. So of course you craft a decorated pot like this with the pottery shards and maybe some bricks in there as well. And the main change has been made to the top of the texture of the decorated pot. So previously this was just a single block on top of the rest of the decorated pot, but now you can see there's an extra layer to it, just like this. And this means there is no more Z fighting going on when you place, for example, a flower pot on top of the decorated pot, and it just makes it look slightly nicer. And so now you can create stuff like this, where you don't see any Z fighting going on between the flower pot and the decorated pot below. And this also works, of course, with any other type of block you place on top. So you can put, for example, a wall on top, and you can see there's no Z fighting going on at all. Z fighting is that you see two different textures at the same place at the same time. And then there's also quite a few bugs that have been fixed in this pre-release as well. Most of them have to do with the previous pre-release or previous snapshots. You can read through them yourself if you want. I'll leave a link to the patch notes in the description of this video. But that is it for Minecraft 1.90.4 pre-release 2. But anyway, there we go. That is pretty much all the news I had for you for today about Minecraft 1.20. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, then please make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more Minecraft 1.20 and other Minecraft videos in the future. I want to thank my tier 3 member, the Smikkelaar. Thank you so much for becoming a tier 3 member. But anyway, there we go. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Hope to see you all in the next one. So until then, bye bye.